The crew worldwide, from Cali to Twitter, real hardcore fans, boxing ass niggas, consistency cops, police the views, we'll pull up receipts for any debate you choose. Shout outs to Clan Archie for the dope production. Ring gang stay with the best discussions. Ring gang radio.
What is that? You know, what's that saying? The way you get them is the way you lose them. Well,
yeah. I don't even know if it's gonna come to that, but it looked like it's been brewing for a minute though. Because
I mean, he hasn't like I've been feeling that for a minute. I've been feeling this way for a minute. Like it looks like fucking Oscar doesn't really Canelo doesn't really fuck with Oscar, even though he's with Golden Boy. I don't really think he fucks with him. Yeah, and I've been saying that for a minute, and now I feel like more than ever that's fucking true.
And it's crazy because I feel like Oscar De La Hoya is trying to relive his career through Canelo, but on easy mode. But I feel like Canelo doesn't realize that sometimes.
Or doesn't want to.
Or doesn't want to. I don't know, because it don't seem like he can handle De La Hoya's career on easy mode. Cause look at it, like look at it, like I know niggas is always gonna be like, man, this motherfucker, he hate him some Canelo. No, I just be keeping it real, because if you just got so much energy on one side, and then no one's giving you a different perspective to challenge that, you know, the narrative is just always gonna be there. Just like when me and Pat was telling y'all earlier this year on that Kovalev card, if you would just sit and listen to Andre Ward talk, you would have thought, damn, he wiped his ass with Kovalev 2 fights, and not damn life or death. Damn near probably lost the first fight to most people, and then you do some questionable shit to get out of the second fight and win that. So I'm saying questionable in some people's eyes. Like, he won legit to me. Like, I was gonna say like he won. I give him his credit. You know what I'm saying? I felt like he had a little low blow in there, but the tide was in his hands. Like, he was winning. Like, he was coming on the momentum. But the point I'm making is, it was close, difficult fights. But the way they praised and went on, you would think that it was fucking Mayweather Gotti or some shit. Like, you would literally think it was fucking Chad Dawson, Eric Harding, the way they talked about it. Like it was some one-sided beat down. Like, nah. So that's all I'm saying. So that's why I be saying with Canelo, because it's like, on one hand, it's like the man over the entire title. He has the machine. He has everything behind him. He gets the benefit of the doubt. People bend over backwards every time. People forget that he tested, negative. I mean, positive for steroids. Like, and then people still bend over the back for him. It's like I never in the history of boxing have I seen a guy, the superstar of the sport, carry the sport like this and just seem like the falter so much. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not used to it. Like, I'm not used to it. Like, Roy Jones, all these niggas held it down. Holyfield, Tyson, De La Hoya, all these guys. It just, they gave you the big fights when they were supposed to happen, when you wanted to see them. It wasn't until Mayweather Pacquiao when all this shit changed, where niggas was like, nah, man, you know what? We're gonna be some businessmen. Yeah, man, businessmen.
Okay. So let me ask you this then. I'll ask you to put on your business promoter hat for a minute. How would you have handled Canelo differently if you were the boss and he was your fight?
As of now, or like throughout his career?
I mean, you could do either.
Okay, I would have looked at Canelo as,
because it almost seems like you feel like he's been mismanaged and not managed properly. So it's like something, like, to you, it's like something went wrong. It's like, where did it go wrong, and what should have been done differently? I want to hear a different perspective. That's all.
I do feel that way. Like, I feel like his career has like taken breaks. Like Like, honest to God, like, he's had fights or situations that just prolonged his career and prolonged boxing because they were fights that really didn't progress his career. Like, when he had the Trout fight, he was on point. Like, okay, he took that fight. You could say the Mayweather fight was too soon, but it was life-changing money. And it was a situation where they was making him the next dude. He has that fight, okay. I think he has Angulo. He has Laura. He had a little steady pace of always fighting that guy or at least one of the guy. But then around the time the Cotto fight came, that's when the little hiccups started coming where and honestly too, he was somebody that should have stayed fighting 3 times a year. Cause when he started doing all this, it's not like what is he doing so fucking much where he has to fight twice a year? He's not in a whole bunch of fucking movies. Is he in some Netflix series? What is he? Is he training fighters? Is he got some M Bison Shadow New organization he running we don't know about? Is he filming a series? So okay, and now he's not learning English because he don't speak English clearly and consistently. So what the fuck is he doing? So you mean to tell me if he has 1 year where he fights Cotto and he fights Kirkland, that's a productive year? Or he fights one good guy, one guy you want to see, and then another fight where he fights somebody that's like, okay. And think about it, for Canelo to be on top of the sport for so long, how many great fights has he given you?
Yeah, I mean, really, other than the second Triple G fight, I let me know I'm not really a fan of his fights like that because
it don't matter who the top level fighter is, but the biggest fighter of the sport always gave you like a handful of good fights every now and then. Like Floyd, you can say the first Maidana fight. You can say the fucking the Cotto fight. You can say both Castillo fights. You can say the Zab fight. Zab had Mayweather has fights that you could pull out and be like, okay.
I enjoyed the Mosley fight.
Yeah, that was decent. Yeah, but whereas Canelo is like his fights are like average, above average. He doesn't give you like good fight. Look at De La Hoya, Corte. Fucking Shane Mosley 1, 2, Vargas, Castier, or the Spanish cat, Javier, Castillo, yes. We can even go back we could go even further back. We could go to the fucking
Chavez fight.
The Chavez fights. Fucking the guy at 140. I was watching this fight the other day. But you see what I'm saying? But what the point I'm making is like even with Tyson, when he was at top of the sport, he gave you the big fights. You know, gave you the Spinks, gave you Razor Ruddock before Razor Ruddock was fighting everybody. Gave you fucking gave you the Holyfield fight. He was past it for Lewis. He gave you the Lewis fight. You know what I'm saying? Fucking Shane Mosley, when he was at the top, gave you the fights you want to see. Roy Jones, he gave you the fights. But it's like Canelo, he take forever. You can't if all I'm saying is this, you can't tell me from Canelo's career from the Cotto fight on that's been managed good.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Look at that 3-fight stretch with Khan, Liam Smith, and Chavez Jr. That was a whole 3 fights waste of time.
I agree. Now, could you possibly say that we're putting that with Canelo, and a lot of what you're saying is very it's correct. I'm not going to say that it's not. It's right. You're absolutely right. But do you think that's more of a strictly Canelo thing or a product of this era of boxing? Because you could say that for other people, aka a certain heavyweight.
Okay, whoever name the last elite fighter or current elite fighter who fought a schedule of opponents that was similar or worse to Amir Khan, Liam Smith, and Chavez Jr.
No, you're right there. That's a horrible stretch. But what you said about like some of the stuff that you said about, especially about him lower, like going from 3 fights to 2 fights and going through a stretch that like of like blah fights.
Oh yeah, I mean that's the era of boxing we in. That's what's trending. But the thing is, at the same time, you can still fight 2 top level opponents if you're gonna fight twice a year. Because look, Keith Thurman was fighting 1 fight a year and was fucking fighting the top guy.
Yeah. but I mean, what are some like I like Joshua, so I'm not trying to pick on him, but I'm saying like, what did some of those fights do for him? Some of those fights were just like, I felt like.
Okay, which fights? The Tacum, the Tacum fight.
The Tacum fight.
Gimme fight. Okay.
I mean, I maybe y'all could disagree
Joshua
with me.
Last couple. That's the thing. Joshua fights recently been on point though.
Like I was very blah about the Parker fight. I'm not a Parker fan at all, so maybe that's just me being.
No, I feel you. And the fight was horrible, but Parker was still a top 5 heavy, and it was a unification. Niggas always be like, unify, 130 don't unify. Y'all niggas y'all gotta shoot the fade. I mean, he took the fight.
I agree with that, but like,
I know we wanted to see the Wilder fight, so let me get on my soapbox. I know we wanted to see the Wilder fight.
It's not even only the Wilder fight. I wanted, like, there were 3 people that I wanted to see Joshua in the ring with. Not only Wilder, either Wilder, Fury, or Ortiz. And Ortiz was makeable because they were on the same fucking roster. Like, so.
Man, look, Ortiz ain't trying to make no fight. When he turned down that Joshua fight for the $7 million, that let me know everything I need to know about Joshua.
And I know that you.
I'm sorry, I mean about Ortiz. I'm sorry, about Ortiz.
And I know that you enjoyed this fight, but ultimately, what did fighting Povetkin do for Joshua?
Povetkin still a top 10. What the? Hold on. Okay, first of all, Joshua made adjustments in that fight. He showed us a whole nother side of him where he was getting busted up and lost probably the first 3 rounds. He adjusted and he did everything that he was supposed to do against Andy Ruiz. So that's why the Ruiz loss was so baffling, because we just saw Joshua get adversity and adapt and fucking, conquer. So definitely the Povetkin fight was a good fight. If it was a good enough for Wilder, it was good enough for Anthony Joshua. Shit, what the fuck? Hold on, and the fight was good. Nah. Povetkin's a good fight for anybody in the heavyweight division right now. Like Usyk, who else popping? If he was to fight Chisora, that'd be a fight. Anybody. Dylan White, that's a fight. Like Rivas.
Yeah, that's also true.
Okay. I don't know. I just feel like a lot of these guys I feel like a lot of what you're saying is a Canelo thing, but a lot of it's just like, I feel like it's like boxing in this era. Just taking, like, these fights don't progress your career. They don't prolong. They don't do anything significant. You're not fighting enough. So
yeah, we see that a lot, but it's worse at the top level. That it looks worse on Canelo because Canelo could dictate the sport by fighting top guys. At least with Joshua last year, Parker was a top guy, top 5. Povetkin was top 10. Joshua, to me, did his part last year. Now, the only thing is he fucked up because the Parker fight was horrible to watch. So, hey, that was his mistake. But as far as who he fought, he did what he did. Canelo, on the other hand, only gave you the Golovkin fight last year. And then after that, he gives you Rocky Felding, which was bullshit. Then this year, he gives you the Jacobs fight, which bad performance. So he got to impress niggas. He hasn't really impressed nobody since 2 fights ago, since the Golovkin fight. where most niggas thought he lost that shit. So I mean, I'm just being real. I'm being objective with what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
Okay, I feel you. And just to make it clear, I'm not challenging you. I'm actually just asking you just to expand.
No, I feel you. I mean, I ain't getting no challenging energy from you. I mean, I feel you. Like you being honest. Like I'd rather people hear two different sides and they come together and be like, all right, both them niggas making sense. Like, it's a little bit of this and it's a little bit of that. Like we recognize it's the era, but then we got to start calling these guys out and saying, look, you guys have a chance to make a difference. Y'all in positions where y'all getting shitloads of money. Y'all could carry the sport and get it out of this little mud hole that's in this little stagnation. Y'all got old guys showing y'all up. 2019 is going to be remembered as the year of the old guy, the year of the upset, and the year of the fucking draw. That's we seeing one of those each fucking weekend.
Yeah. You see, my thing, the reason why I said, my thing is with the whole Canelo and Golovkin thing, is I can see that side of, make the fight with Golovkin and all that. I get it, I do. But at the same time, I'm not going to sit here and just give Golovkin a pass for just not fight like when he was on his, I'm going to sit around and wait for Canelo, which that is a great fight, still a great fight that people still want to see, but it's just like, come on, there's nobody else. You're not going to fight Andre. You're like, none of these guys want to fight anybody else, and don't even want to fight each other. I don't like it from both sides. It was almost. Yeah,
I feel you. You right on that, but it comes down to we gotta see who Golovkin fights. Yeah, I mean, he's not gonna get a pass. He can't get another pass because look, we gave Canelo Rocky Fielding. Okay, we got at Canelo for that. He gave us Jacobs. Okay, we was cool with Jacobs. Golovkin got Steve Rose. Yeah, we got at him for that, but we knew what it was. Now Golovkin got to fight somebody better than that. If he don't fight the Canelo fight and he fight Derevyanchenko, I mean, that's better than Steve Rose. I mean, we still not getting the Canelo fight.
Yeah, I'm actually more than okay with Golovkin and Derevyanchenko, even though Derevyanchenko is, we all know, he's a B fighter. He's not gonna beat the top guys, but he's gonna give them a good fight. So I'm okay with that. But like, I just feel like a lot of these guys are just not in, like, they're not in the fold when they should be. Like Andre, there's no reason why Andre shouldn't be getting these fights. Like, and that's.
But you gotta remember, Andre just now started getting his career on point. Remember, he was fucking up his damn self and couldn't get any meaningful fights and ruining his own momentum. So it's like we gotta look at the whole picture.
But now, see, and the thing is with me, because that's what aggravates me. Because you're right, he's finally getting his career together. But I feel like it's to the point where it's almost like Andre is right now the 160 version, the 160 version of Farmer, who's getting his career together and is just active and active and active. But now we got to reach the point of getting him the fights that we want to see, not just fighting, fucking the Dan from Street Fighters off the fight, right?
Yes.
We're not trying to see you fight Dan from Street Fighter no more. Like, let's go.
But see, that's how it is, man. And honestly, that's why boxing is so great, because it reflects life. And just to show you in life, sometimes you could finally get your shit together and you could be on point, but it doesn't mean your atmosphere, the environment, the rest of the world is going to be on point by the time you get on point. So you still got to make something happen. And all of these niggas still got to make something happen because, just because the timing is right for Andre don't mean the timing is right for Golovkin. Because he on a different wavelength, because he's been that dude that's been ducked at one point and he hasn't been making the money making fights. He got a taste of that money now. Shit different for him. Andre getting a taste of that money, he's getting a taste of being active. Shit different for him. So it's like everybody on different wavelengths, And it come back down to what P said. What hurt boxing the most is these guys just not fighting enough. Like, if everybody was fighting 3 times a year, somebody fighting a Steve Rose or a Rocky Fielding, these career mode, these Dans, these jobbers, whatever you want to call it. It wouldn't be looked at as bad if you're fighting one jobber and then you're fighting a top 10 guy or a fellow belt holder, title holder, whatever, top 3 guy in your division. But if you're fighting once every year or twice every year, and one of these guys is a damn stay busy, career mode, look good fight, then you're just slowing up boxing. And if you're a superstar, that just makes it a lot worse.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's happening all throughout. And it's like, okay, well, when are we going to see these guys go into somebody that we give a fuck about? And we're holding the money guys, the top guys, to a higher standard. And
we have to.
They're not delivering.
It's the money. Because look, man, at the end of the day, it comes down to the money guys saying yes or no. All these niggas want to be bosses. Well, why can Adrian Broner fight all these fucking top fighters and he's no longer the guy, but he always gets the top fights that you want to see? Even if you don't want to see him, he's getting good fights. Well, yeah. But you mean to tell me Canelo can't fight the same type of competition Broner fighting? And Canelo's the top of the sport?
No, I hear you.
Like, come on, we have to expect more from him. If you're carrying the sport, you have to expect more. Like, come on, you remember back in the day when you get the TV guide and you see the boxing schedule and De La Hoya about to fight, and you're like, okay, he fighting Trinidad this weekend, and you remember in school and everybody was talking about the Trinidad fight.
Mm-hmm.
It shit built up. Like, you gotta make the fights happen when people want to see them. You can't just be fucking picking and choosing and fighting bums and jobbers, and then you decide when you want to turn it up. And if you fighting all these jobbers, then you gotta knock them out and destroy them on some Tyson shit, or at least be like Tank, get them out of here.
And then only for. But see, that's the double-edged sword. Okay, it's almost like. It's a kiss of death with the jobbers. You get them out early.
That gets old too.
And you get him out early, and it's like, oh well, he was just a jobber. Like, just two rounds of easy work. So, but then when it goes further, then it's all, like, these jobbers are the kiss of death, and then Lord knows they put up 1 or 2 good rounds.
But you got to put the circumstance. If you're fighting jobbers all the time, and you're fighting 4 and 5 times a year, and they're all jobbers, and you're going the distance with each one, yeah, that's a bad look on you. If you're fucking fighting 4 and 5 jobbers, and you're knocking them out, yeah, that's a better look on you. But now that just says that you need to step it up now. Yeah. Now, if you step it up and you keep knocking these guys out, then hey, maybe you know what? You're the monster. I forgot. That's it. That's what it is. Because that's what happens if you keep fucking stepping it up and knocking motherfuckers out. You the guy from Japan.
That's pretty much what it is. I mean, now with DAZN and why DAZN is trying to has pumped as much money as they have in their boxing, because you pump as much money as they did, they want to see the results. Like, yeah, we're gonna pay you big money, but we want you to fight whoever. And if you don't, and this is why pretty much Golden Boy has this issue that it has now, and why they have a headache with Triple G lawyering up and all this stuff.
Hey, yo, Pat.
Well, I've been on record in other times saying that fucking DAZN is biting itself in the ass, because it's like they're just throwing money around, to doing all this shady shit, like what we're seeing, and they're unstable. Like, overcharging niggas for what they did to the Cold Crush can only work for so long.
Yo, I'm gonna look at it like this. This is how I look at DAZN. You see how we be on some, like, humans be on some gladiator shit? Yeah, these billionaires, how they be like, you know what? Wonder how a grizzly bear and a fucking Siberian tiger will, how that fight will play out. So I feel like DAZN is on some, like, yo, we just gonna buy all these exotic beasts, all these big name boxers, all these animals, whatever the fuck, and we're gonna see if we can match them up. But somehow these niggas got them all in the cage. When it's time to make them fight, the grizzly bear don't want to step out and fight. He don't want to growl. The tiger want to sleep. The fucking lion, taking a nap. The gorilla chilling. So I mean, now you're looking at it like, damn, you done invited all your people, news, everybody around, the crews, all the, the media, everybody's out there now. And you're like, you got all the attention. And it's like, damn, you spend all this money, got all this shit, and can't get these niggas to fight.
Yeah, it's it's a conundrum. And like I said, all we could do now is just try to watch this, how all this will play out in the next coming months or whatever, and see, DAZN will probably be around, but it might look like that some fighters may not.
I don't even know how long DAZN will be around. Like, that their practice isn't. I don't know, their methods of practice. I just can't see it being a long-term thing. I just can't.
Not unless they could get the fights people want to see. Like, Tevin Farmer got to get bigger fights. Anthony Joshua should be fighting 3 times a year as well. Like, all these guys, man.
Eddie Hearns already has said that that's not happening, that he's keeping him at 2 fights a year.
Hearns ain't a boxer. Has Hearns boxed? Like, I mean, I know he's the promoter, but see, that's what it comes down to. Like, these guys are the top boxers in the sport, and they letting these niggas just give them orders. Like Joshua is still developing. He's still on, like, if he's not developing, he still got to hone his skills. He need to be active. Like, all these guys, like, they not being sharp. Like, all this 1 fight a year, jobber here, jobber there. Like, nah, they gonna cut it. Like, these niggas are just living like kings and shit. 1 fight a year, chill for 6 months, take some performance enhancers so, you don't get flabby and sick. Come back and fight, It is what it is. It's a routine, and everybody is in on it. This shit infected boxing.
Yeah, like I said, it's
not enough Neos, not enough Jared Herds.
Yeah, what can you do? Like I said, we're just probably gonna have to watch this play out as it goes. So yeah, that was a very, very spirited conversation. On the boxing, Canelo, Oscar, Golden Boy, IBF title, and miscellaneous. Like I said,
everybody.
Yeah, everybody pretty much. Boxing's just one long soap opera at times. It's incredible.
Well, unless we get any more fuckery, then we're like approaching the slow portion of the movie. So
yeah.
I forget we're in August now. So
yeah, we are.
I wanna like maybe just hibernate until the 24th. Fucking until Kovalev yard comes. Like,
exactly.
Toaster leaving season.
Oh man, but so this is where we'll probably leave off for tonight. LBP, do you have any final thoughts?
Nah, I'm good. Just ringgangradio.com. Y'all be on the lookout for more hot fire, word to dialogue. Yeah, so some more hot fire, some more bars and boxing, more articles, all of that. Y'all just keep subscribing, hitting up YouTube and Instagram, Twitter, all of that, Facebook, all of that, podcast, everything. We out there.
Exactly. P?
I ain't got much to say. Just follow ringgangradio.com. Follow all the social media, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. You can follow me at Bodega Boxing. I'm about to just start going out coming out of the gate, posting a lot of fire. I've been a little bit sidetracked, but coming back strong soon. So follow.
And for myself, like I said, ring games, just keep, following what we do. And, I'll probably have a new Forgotten Fades article, within the week or two or whatever. And and of course there's always some other things coming down. There's always other things in the pipe, but until then, of course, obviously just keep viewing our podcast, watching our podcast, listening to our podcast, our videos and all that stuff, man, our posts, man, because we bring, we have enough fire, what I'm saying? We have the fire that that we share to the masses, that other masses need to actually hear, so for myself, Patscorpio, the new representative for Shutterworth da Gawd, LB, the GOAT artist, the King P, Bodega P, Bodega Boxing. This has been another, it's been a great episode of Real Talk, where as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. And until next time, peace.